What up, YouTube? What up? What up? Bro Talk 1000, man. Back at y'all with another video. Bro Talk 1000. Bro Talk 1000. Welcome to the live. Back at y'all with another video. Yes, sir. Come on in the building, people. Come on in the building, my people. I ain't gonna make the introduction too long. All we doing, I'm just basically doing a reaction video to the BT Sports boxing page. Roundtable discussion of the Wilder Fury 2 fight with David Haye, Paulie Malignaggi, and the other guy. I think his name is Bunce or something like that. Wait till a couple more people come in, man. What's going on? Yo, let me know if you can hear me in the building, man. Press 1 if you can hear me in the building, man. Press 1 if you can hear me, man. Let me know if you can hear me, man. What's good? What's good? All right, it's all good. Now we in the building. All right, say we live. We in the building. Let's go ahead and get it popping, man. I've been gone for a little minute. Y'all gotta forgive me, man. I had a little bit of a back issue, man. Little back issue at work. You know what I'm saying? I do heavy labor, man. Hard labor at work. So it is what it is, man. We good, man. We back to videos. We back to business, man. I had to take a little break. Had to take a little break, but it's all good, man. I got me some coffee. I'm on about 1,600 milligrams of Motrin. Word, but we ready to get it in though, man. We good. Back to business, man. So basically, this is a roundtable discussion, man, from BT Sports Boxing. All right. And I heard a lot of talk about it, man. It was a pretty revealing interview, man. So I just wanted to talk about it, give my feedback on it, and see what's popping with it, man. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's listen to this thing right here and see what we got, man. See what they talking about.
I don't reckon Wilder.
Do you want to bet then?
I don't need
I'll bet you
£50,000.
I
don't like to bet. I don't like to bet.
I'll bet you 50 grand, 100 grand.
It's
I'm
not
about
about betting. This is about my opinion.
And I have yet to hear a single foreign fan on this planet that thought Wilder won the fight. Only a handful of American fans thought Wilder.
Yo, first of all, Tyson Fury sound just like his dad, bro. That shit crazy. They sound smack alike, dog. That shit is hilarious, man. Anyway, man, what's poppin'? Hey, man, pull up. You in the building? You hear me? We good? We live? We litty? All right. So anyway, yeah, man. Let's go ahead and Let's listen to my son. Let's listen to my sons talk about boxing, man, and let's see what's popping. So Hold on. Give me a second. Let niggas know let them know I'm live. You know what I'm saying? All right. Not receiving enough to maintain smooth streaming. Video viewers will experience buffing. That's cool. Y'all be alright. You be alright. But let's get it though.
The fight.
Let me tell you.
Noticing the highlight reel knockouts and the things that he can do in the ring. And obviously, Fury has made a name for himself with some of the wins in his career. And of course, the first fight left a lot of curiosity to be wondering what could happen in a rematch.
I mean, I came away from that first fight with a sort of a jaw-dropped wow after that last round.
The thing that struck me was the boxing ability of Tyson Fury. The fact that he could negate someone who's very fast, agile, and I know has got ridiculous punch power.
Well, shout out to David Haye. You're right. Deontay Wilder does have an exorbitant amount of punching power, but we all knew coming into the fight that Tyson Fury was the more prominent boxer. Everybody knew that. That wasn't a surprise. That's no surprise. Everybody knows, Deontay Wilder starting boxing so late in his, he's starting so late in his age is not necessarily the best boxer per se. You know what I mean? He's not the best fundamentally sound boxer, but, he does what he does and he does it well. But everybody knew Tyson Fury was the better boxer. Let's continue.
The way that he was able to stay calm and relax up against the ropes and basically bamboozle Wilder for the majority of the fight. And I think the second time round, we're going to see a very, very different fight.
A different fight.
I agree. We are going to see a very different fight the next time around. You know what I'm saying? Because both fighters have to make adjustments. Both fighters have to make adjustments, man. There was a lot of lackluster rounds between the both of them. But the reason why I feel Deontay Wilder actually won the fight is because out of the lackluster rounds, Tyson Fury was dropped twice. You can say Wilder was getting outpointed, but not really. Wilder was never really hurt. And Fury was like barely doing shit most of the fight. He was hardly doing anything. So that's just my opinion, man. But let's continue on.
You're going to see a different fight from Tyson, John.
Only because he's forced to. Because he got a bad decision last time. 10-2. And he got a draw. So he knows this time he's got to do something different. But this time Wilder's facing somewhat different. In a man at his weight. He's stabilised at the weight. He's strong at the weight. And he wants it more than anything in the world. And Wilder now.
But you got to say that, though. John, his name John, right? That's John Fury. You got to say that, John, because that's your son. But as much as you want your son to win, as much as you feel like your son can win, at the end of the day, your son, Tyson Fury, has to get in the ring by himself, man. So you can feel how you want to feel, and that's okay. That's cool. But the dimensions doesn't matter. Your son was the one, Tyson Fury was the one getting up off the canvas on more than one occasion. So we shall see. I'm willing to make all good points. Everybody knows I'm a Deontay Wilder fan, all right? But I'm not gonna hate when they make good points about Tyson Fury. I'm gonna highlight those two, man. I'm not a complete hater. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a Deontay Wilder fan, man. Let's get it.
He's not getting any better. He's edging 35 years old. He's on a decline. Tyson's 31, getting better, and Tyson's fought better people.
John, do you not think Wilder can be better? Do you not think that what you saw then and what you've seen this year, nothing's convinced you that Wilder can be a better fighter than we saw in Los Angeles?
No, not at all. In his last fight against Ortiz, I just thought he was taking his time. Obviously, he was waiting for the big punch. He had a game plan. It worked for him. But that kind of stuff, if he fights like that with Tyson, he get beat outside.
Do you think Wilder can be a better fighter second time round?
I really, truly do.
How do you think that, though, David?
I think that because
Shout out to David Haye, bro. David Haye chose to be the, no pun intended, but he chose to be the proverbial black sheep in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, he knows he's in a lion's den full of fucking, basically Wilder haters, you know what I'm saying? But he chose to take the stance that most people, I think, in their hearts really believe. You might not like Wilder, so you might just be hating on him and root for anybody to beat him. But if you truly look deep down in your heart, you got to go with the man who knocked out everybody he's been in the ring with, bro. You got to pick that type of dude, man. Everybody knows or feels that Deontay Wilder can really win this fight and will really pull his fight off. But shout out to John Fury, though. He's a gangster, bro. He don't let David Haye finish no sentences. Just like I'm not letting him finish this video. So let me just shut up and keep watching.
Because the first time round when they thought, I didn't believe Wilder had any type of game plan. I think he just wanted to go out there and he believed that all he had to do was hit him on the chin. And it was very difficult to do that on your best day against Tyson. But when you go out there with no respect, he had no respect for Tyson.
Let me tell you something. I'm not jumping on what he's.
I agree with that. I agree with David Haye, man. Deontay Wilder probably didn't take Tyson Fury as serious as he should have. Tyson Fury was coming off of a long layoff. You know what I mean? He fought a couple bums. He was fat, overweight, dealing with depression, obesity. And David Haye's probably right at that point. I don't think that he took Tyson Fury as seriously as he did. And with that being said, Deontay Wilder managed to knock Fury out. Excuse me. 2 times in that fight. Knock him down 2 times in a fight. So let's continue.
But if they thought that Tyson had any chance at all of winning that fight, they wouldn't have been fighting him. They wanted to cherry pick Tyson when Tyson was at his worst, and he still couldn't do any good.
Before he was ready, before he lost the weight.
God knows he weren't even ready.
Yeah, so can we all agree that he needed one more fight before
What is ready? Now they trying to say Tyson wasn't ready. What is ready, man? Please explain to me. You're a professional prize fighter. What you mean he's not ready? He fought him a year ago. He had a whole year to train for Wilder. He's the one who didn't show back up. Wilder was waiting on the immediate rematch. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm getting confused. I'm thinking they're talking about this fight. Talking about for that fight, he was cherry picking. Okay, I'm sorry. I stand corrected. But that's not Deontay Wilder's fault. Anyway, you're a prize fighter. This is what you do. This is how you earn your money. You claim you're a champion. Then you need to be ready to fight, man. Period.
In an ideal world, we've got 1 or 2 more fights. So the Tyson we saw in there that night, he shouldn't have even been there. He should have been fighting Wilder in about September of last year, is what we're. Can we kind of agree on that?
They cherry picked him, and that wasn't good enough because they underestimated what fire Tyson's got in his belly. You could saw his leg off with a saw and he'd still fight. All the time Tyson's breathing and he's able to throw and he's in his senses, he'll get up.
Yeah, Tyson is fighting, except for when he's laying down looking at the lights. He always fighting, 100% fighting, except for when he's laying down looking at the lights.
Fight. And that's what a lot of people are saying.
Paul, you've watched it and you've analysed it, and David's, I'm sure, got a view on this as well. You're talking about how Deontay Wilder can improve. If you were in that corner, how would you make him better second time round?
I felt like it was a frustrated Wilder. I felt like it was a bit of a confused Wilder in the ring, and I was looking for some adjustments that I never saw, neither from Wilder nor from the corner instructions. So it'll be interesting to see when they go back to the gym and prepare for this rematch, if those certain adjustments will be discussed, or even if they know what they are. You know,
I agree with Paulie. Neither one of them were making any adjustments during the whole fight, man. I just watched the fight. This is like my 4th time. I did see it live, but I watched it about 4 times since, or 3 times since. And, I mean, they both were not doing anything. You know what I mean? But what you're dealing with Tyson Fury is he's tall, he's rangy, he's long, he's big. He has a lot of weird dimensions to him. So it's hard for anybody to get inside and land anything clean. But what he kept doing was just this one, like he would reset and then lean to his right. Or lean to his right. He kept doing that. And I'm like, damn, why is Wilder not picking up on that shit? Like his head is gonna be right there after every combo. You know what I mean? So I think that Wilder was learning. Wilder was trying to make adjustments during the fight. Wilder was more active. He just figured if I could just catch him one time, that's what's going to happen. And he caught him 2 times in a fight. In the 12th round, almost ended it. So I think that who was trying to make the more adjustments? Deontay Wilder. With that logic, Is Deontay Wilder the better boxer, better fighter? I don't know. You tell me.
One thing about Fury that I think you can't overlook, he tends to fight at the level of his opposition. So he tends to kind of look average, and then all of a sudden you put him in with a monster, and he looks like a monster himself.
Surely this time round, we see a better Wilder. Surely we do.
Which is, I guess, is what you're saying, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think Wilder going into that fight thought it was going to be the fight of his life. He didn't think he'd need to struggle and get wobbled a couple of times. He got hit up heavy with some big right hands from Fury throughout that fight. I don't think he expected that type of fight. I don't think physically he was ready for the fight he was in. I don't think mentally he thought it was just another knockout on his record.
Once again, as I said before, he reiterates, I do not think that Deontay Wilder was ready for that fight. I don't think he was as prepared for the fight as he should have been. I don't think he was ready. But David Haye harped on it again.
And once he found himself in the fight in round 5 and 6, he'd already emptied the tank in the early rounds trying to get him out of there. So he didn't pace himself like he did against Ortiz and just wait for the right shots. By the time he realised he was in a real fight, he wasn't the Wilder that he could have been. So he did.
Because the Corver made a big mistake. They thought Tyson would tire after 4 or 5.
They banked on it. They banked on it.
But they didn't know what Tyson had inside of him. And like you said earlier, he went right hand happy thinking he was going to get it. He thought, he can't keep this up. He's just lost 10 stone. He's been out of action. He's been out 3 years. The statistics say he can't keep it up, but he could. Even on half mass, he kept it up and he beat him out of sight.
So is that a good thing then, or a bad thing as we go into the rematch? Because now they know it can go 12.
I'll tell you what it is now. On that day, you've seen the best Deontay Wilder could be. Because I'll tell you now.
Shout out to John Fury, man. That dude is a gangster, son. Yo, nah, man. He believes a hell of a lot in this boy, man. You know. Will Deontay make the adjustments? Let's hear that one more time.
Like you said earlier, he went right hand happy thinking he was going to get it. He thought, he can't keep this up. He's just lost 10 stone. He's been out of action. He's been out 3 years. The statistics say he can't keep it up, but he could. Even on half mass, he kept it up and he beat him out of sight.
So is that a good thing then, or a bad thing as we go into the rematch? Because now they know it can go 12.
I'll tell you what it is now. On that day, you've seen the best Deontay Wilder could be.
Yeah. So what the commentator is trying to insinuate is that now they're going to be preparing even better. And now your son, Tyson Fury, is going to be in for an even longer night than he was before. Picking his fat ass up off the canvas 2 times? Nah. Now he might be picking his ass up 3 or 4 more times, man, until the ref stops the fight, man. Or it might just be 1 time. It might be 1 time. But now that Deontay Wilder is knowing, like, okay, yeah, this dude, he can go 12. He went 12 before. Okay, we going all out balls to the wall. That's the point the commentator's making.
I'll tell you now. You know when he weighs in up around a 16 stone 2 or 3?
Yeah.
That's not good for him. A 15 stone man is more dangerous than a man 18 or 19 stone. He can lift as hard as
15 stone. Yo, what the hell is a stone, bro? Somebody please, maybe I should Google and put it. Do they have like a stone converter? Because I don't know what 15 stone, 19 stone. I don't know the stone metrics or whatever it is. I don't know that weight system. So somebody educate me. But I know Wilder went in that fight at like 212. I think he weighed in at 209, went in the ring, or weighed in at 212, went in the ring at 209. And Tyson Fury was what, like 240 something, maybe 250.
20 stone, and he's got more agility and speed. And I believe when Wilder puts a weight on, he hasn't got these. And he's seen it in the Luis Ortiz fight. He weighed in heavier. He was slow and just waiting for the power shot. But that will not beat Tyson.
Slow? No. Waiting for the power shots? Yes. That shows you growth and maturity of Deontay Wilder. He's growing, bro. He's growing as a fighter. And that's what people don't want to hear, don't want to admit. But he's growing as a fighter. My man was going crazy before. That was the first criticism everybody had of the first fight, was that Deontay Wilder was just looking for the right hand all night, looking for it, and tired himself out early. Too many nerves, too jittery. So he practiced that. He went into the Luis Ortiz fight, and everybody keeps shitting on Luis Ortiz like he's nothing, but nobody else wanted to fight him except for Deontay Wilder. All right, no other big heavyweights want to fight him, but he went in there and made it look like practice. He was just working on his timing, working on his spacing. Yeah, he was getting outboxed, but he did exactly what John Fury asked, right? Be calm, be poised, wait for the shot, bang, you hit him. That's called growth, ladies and gentlemen. That's evolution. And that's why Deontay Wilder will win the next fight. But let's continue.
Believe me, Deontay Wilder with little skinny legs, he's going to know he's on it.
Smash that like button, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming in the building.
Any money now.
Appreciate y'all coming in the
does
building.
what he says he's going to do. It could be over early on, but he's going to be a
Big up your
knockout.
chest, John Fury.
Knockout.
Deontay has been interviewed and has said, messing about with wrestling, changing a trainer, etc.,
Shout out to
good.
Leif.
And it suggests that mentally Tyson might not be as strong as people are building.
It's not ideal. I definitely would have been more confident in Tyson Fury's chances if Ben was still on. Ben Davison was still on his team. Ben obviously showed he had a good rapport with him. He got him into shape. He got him mentally in the right place. Going for the 2 comeback fights and the fight again.
Exactly. Just like, okay, Deontay Wilder made this point, right? He said, if Tyson Fury feels he won the fight and everything went his way, why is he changing trainers? Why is he changing up his team, his camp, his workout regimen? Why is he doing all of this if he felt that he won the fight? If something is broke, you ain't going to fix it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to keep what was going. So even Tyson Fury feels that maybe he didn't win that fight or that he could have done better or that, you know what I mean? Because he's making a change. Deontay Wilder ain't making no changes to his camp. And this is the guy who y'all say can't box, needs to do this, needs to do that, he don't need to do shit but keep knocking people out. That's what Deontay Wilder need to do. But yet he fired his man Ben Davison. That was the man that got you there. That's some disloyal ass shit. That's the man that got you to the world stage, and then you just threw him to the side like as if it's his fault you lost. Same thing with Andy Ruiz, man, but we'll save that for another video, man. Let's continue.
Deontay Wilder, the first fight was a masterclass. So he needs another masterclass. He can't. The performance he put forth in the first fight, I don't believe we're good enough in this.
Thank you, and I agree with David Haye. That was a masterclass performance that Tyson Fury put on, and he needs to do that. And he still got his ass knocked out, knocked down 2 times, right? He still got knocked down two times. One can argue knocked out, and that was a masterclass performance. That was A-game type shit. Can he do that again? Deontay Wilder got room for improvement. Can Fury perfect that? Can he do that again? That's what remains to be seen, man. Good points by David Haye, bro. Shout out to David Haye. He keeping it a buck. The proverbial black sheep. No pun intended.
I believe the second fight, he needs to raise his game because Wilder is going to adjust. If Fury comes out and does the same thing again,
what adjustment do you see Wilder?
Say he don't trust the judges.
Looking for his punches.
Nobody trusts the judges.
Get his feet set. Not try to load up. At least set your punches up. Don't try and load up with the biggest shot from the first round. Pick it. Take your time. Jab to the body. Jab.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
He hasn't got the ability to do
You're making him.
Yo. On a side note, bro, you can tell David Haye is getting real aggy right now. He's getting real aggravated with John Fury, yo. It's kind of funny. John Fury, anytime they start, hey, so what do you think Tyson needs to do to adjust? I mean, what do you think Fury needs to do to adjust? John Fury don't let David Haye answer the question. He don't let him answer. That shit is hilarious, man. This is just funny. Side note, but anyway.
Like David Haye.
No. Wilder can't jab. I've done enough rounds of Wilder to know how effective his jab is. He can box.
No,
he hasn't shown his
boxing. He lives and
ability
dies with the jab to me.
I know, but he hasn't really shown his boxing ability in the ring. He shows his power. Once he has someone's hurt, he just goes hell for leather, and whatever happens, and people end up knocked out. But he can box. He's got a great jab. His head works good. His feet are good. When he switched onto boxing zone, he's a very, very tough boxer to get to.
I think people give him too much stick for being wild. I think he actually only gets wild once he really has to get hurt. Once he's panicking.
But in the first fight, he didn't. He got wild before. Remember?
Yeah. There was a moment.
Okay, I agree with both of them at this point, man. Paulie Malignaggi and David Haye. Usually, when Deontay Wilder only gets wild, as they say, when he feels he has you hurt and he's trying to finish you off. That's when he throws all of the technical 1-2 bullshit. Excuse me. He throws all of that out the window and he just goes wild and crazy for the kill. Okay, that's what Wilder does. But in the last fight, to David Haye's point also, that is what he got criticized for. He was thinking at points that he had Tyson Fury hurt more than he actually did. And he was going kind of wild, doing basically, if this was Mortal Kombat, his finish move. He was doing the finish move kind of early, and it wasn't time. So credit to both of them for keeping it a buck. Yep, I agree, and I agree. He just did it. He went too early in the last fight. That's the point.
Where Tyson was against the ropes and he was trying to unload some shots, of course.
Wilder, I always used to say that. Everyone used to say he's too wild. I say, okay, only when he's got his man hurt.
Yeah,
But
because
he
he's
got
pretty
wild
calculated.
He got wild with Tyson before he was hurt. And that's, I believe, was the difference. That's why it all unraveled for him and he just couldn't work. Because he turned his finishing off before someone's
I'll
ready to
tell you why
finish
it
off.
never worked, because he went into shock, Wilder. When he knew Tyson was in front of him, boxing like he was, he went into shock.
John, A, when he was in front of him, but B, and I was really close to this, as were you, John Boy, Tyson got him in the week. He got him when we had the press conference in this building here in East London, and he got him in the week. And you could see Wilder's mind going, I've never had this before. Now, people might say, no.
Yeah, and that's true, too. Wilder admitted, Wilder did admit that he was, I'm sorry, I'm trying to check my phone at the same time. Sorry, pardon me. But, yeah, Wilder did admit that it was nerves. You know what I mean? And not that he was, like, nervous per se or scared of Tyson Fury per se, but it was nerves from this being the first, big fight, the major fight of his career. You know what I mean? So he was nervous. He was edgy. He wanted to get it in, get it over with. But like I said, he's been in another big fight since. He learned how to control that emotion and that poise, as you can see, against Luis Ortiz. And those are the results you get. So, yes, he was a little bit nervous, and he worked on that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter until it does matter. Going into that, just like he got Vladimir in Dusseldorf. Remember when Big Vlad couldn't look at him, John? Couldn't look him in the eye? And we knew then, and we were celebrating in the hotel Thursday, Friday night, because we knew he'd broken Big Vlad long before the first bell.
He still broke it.
Well, it's exactly.
Even though he's not there.
But it was the same thing with Wilder. During that week.
He won't even have a press conference with him, will he? He won't even turn to a press conference in case he gets how vulnerable are they when they can't go and face a man face to face.
But John,
in case it puts him off the game plan. It's ridiculous.
Saying that, and I'm going to upset
real
you.
fighting man like that.
I don't think he broke Klitschko. I don't think Tyson Fury broke Klitschko mentally because of the fight. That fight that they had. I don't think he broke him. I think Klitschko is just, another day at the office, man. Klitschko is not really that type of fighter. He's very professional, very classy, very, stone-faced, chiseled, but he's not, all have to try to play the badass role. He's never been that type. So, Klitschko not looking you in the eyes is, no. I don't look too much into shit like that. But, Tyson Fury did win the fight, so, let's give him a point for that, whatever. But I don't look too much into those little subtleties, not all the time. But let's continue.
I still think, and I'm with David on this one, I still think we'll see a much better Wilder.
No,
I still think we'll see a much better Wilder. He can jab, he can listen to his corner, he can move his feet better.
He can jab against the stationary time.
And he won't throw that wild, crazy right
hand.
Oh,
he will, because that's his...
I don't think he will.
That crazy right hand, take that away from him. He can't fight.
Here's where I give Wilder credit. He doesn't lose his self-belief. People saying, even here, we're saying, he didn't expect Fury to do this or that or that. But one thing you got to give Wilder credit for in the fight is things weren't going his way, and he never stopped believing. All the way up until round 12, he's throwing hurtful shots. That means the mentality was the winning mentality in his mind all throughout the fight, regardless.
Keep it a stack. Let's give Paulie some credit for finally speaking some facts. He had the winner's mentality. You can tell when a fighter is broken, when a fighter is discouraged and they don't want to be there anymore, they realize that they can't win and they kind of concede, all right, you know what, I'm just here. let's go ahead and finish out the fight. But you can tell Wilder believed through 12 rounds that he had a chance to win that fight, as did Fury. Fury got the heart of a lion. Don't get me wrong. Tyson Fury has the heart of a lion. But somebody believed more. And even in the 12th round, for you to basically knock him out, and I call it a knockout. I call it a knockout because basically any other referee would have stopped that fight. But it is what it is. But for a man to go to go 12 rounds like that and still be carrying that power and that knockout power, that belief, that's a big thing. Credit to Wilder.
Where he was in the fight, regardless of the frustration. So to me, that shows a mentally strong fighter.
What extent now is Tyson actually relying and changing his style to a degree to rely more on power?
Every time I speak to Tyson, he's much more happy. All he says to me, I'm hitting 100% harder. I'm focused more. I'm not off balance like I was before. I said I couldn't get the power shots going, but now I can get the power shots going and plenty of them.
Is it a danger, though, to sort of Tyson not to be using
If
Tyson
puts on a stone and a bit and goes there trying to knock him out, I think it's a dangerous tactic. It's crazy.
And I agree with David Haye once again. Because why are you changing shit? If Deontay Wilder is such a bum, like why are you changing everything? You know what I'm saying? Why are you doing all of this team changing and strategy changing to win a fight that you felt that you won automatically? Let's continue.
There's a way to knock him out. He's not going to run in with his chin in the air for a big punch.
I've rarely seen Tyson apply those tactics in fights. Normally softens you up, breaks you up, gets you frustrated, makes you miss and counters you. That's how I've seen his success. So if he's going to change his style for the first time against Deontay Wilder, I'm just saying it's a risky strategy.
I just don't think he can deal with a 19-stone man, Wilder. And the first man to fight him in was Tyson. He beat him on half mass, so he shouldn't even have been in the ring with him. He's not a great. And if he can punch that hard, how did Tyson get up in the 12th round? Nobody gets up in the 12th round. They're all out, gassed out, finished. He had nothing left in him. He gets up. If he was such a banger, you don't get up, especially in the 12th round. And I can tell you that. So I'm quite confident his power ain't like it should be. And what greats has he fought? He never fought you, did he?
No.
Did he? And he's never fought anybody like him. He's never fought Steve Cunningham. He's never fought anybody of any remote like championship material. What's been proven and tested. They've all been handpicked.
Do you think he'd been making a mistake to stand in front of him, trying to rely more on power and looking
technical
maybe he's going to be
difficulties?
aggressive, maybe he's not. You know,
As aggressive as he wants.
They're freezing me up. So let me run it back a little bit. But basically, what he was asking, my stream was frozen up a little bit. Y'all back connected with me? It says that we reconnected, so we should be good. But basically what he was saying was John Fury was saying that Deontay Wilder's never fought anybody. So Luis Ortiz is nobody, apparently. Luis Ortiz is nobody. Bermain Stavern was nobody when he got the WBC. You know what I mean? Gerald Washington. I mean, you gotta watch what you're saying, man, sometimes, dude. If he's fighting nobody, never mind. Let's continue.
Where he was in the fight, regardless of the frustration. So to me, that shows a mentally strong fighter.
What extent now is Tyson actually relying and changing his style to a degree to rely more on power?
Every time I speak to Tyson, he's much more happy. All he says to me, I'm hitting 100% harder. I'm focused more. I'm not off balance like I was before. I said I couldn't get the power shots going, but now I can get the power shots going and plenty of them.
Is it a danger?
But he has to say that because that's your son. He's trying to make you feel good. When you come to the gym to visit, hey, Dad, I got this, Dad. I'm going to knock him out, Dad. He ain't going to tell you he feel like shit, and you ain't going to come on the world and tell the world that he don't got much of a chance. You ain't going to do that. And Tyson ain't going to tell you. Tyson ain't going to tell you that he's not at 100%. So we got to take everything that these guys are saying with a grain of salt, man. Like I said, I don't look much into it. I don't look much into what they're saying, man. Let's continue.
So sort of Tyson not to be using
If Tyson puts on a stone and a bit and goes there trying to knock him out, I think it's a dangerous tactic. It's crazy.
There's a way to knock him out. He's not going to run in with his chin in the air.
No.
For a big punch.
I've rarely seen Tyson apply those tactics in fights. Normally softens you up, breaks you up, gets you frustrated, makes you miss and counters you. That's how I've seen his success. So if he's going to change his style for the first time against Deontay Wilder, just saying it's a risky strategy.
I agree. David Haye, shout out to David Haye. He's keeping it a buck right now. I'm sorry, but this is the facts. Now Tyson Fury going to come in. He's usually a boxer. He'll beat you up, soften you up, and then probably try to knock you out later. But now all of a sudden against Deontay Wilder in the rematch, he's going to come in a rematch that he feels he won the first fight. He's going to come in and now try to be a power puncher. Well, let's see how that works out for him. But like David Haye said, man, that's a stupid ass idea. Let's continue.
I don't think he can deal with a 19-stone man, Wilder.
TKO Boxing said Fury is a real fighter.
He beat him on a half mass, so he shouldn't even have been ring.
He is.
He's not a
hell of a fighter.
If he can punch,
I like Tyson Fury.
How did Tyson get up in the 12th round? Nobody gets up in the 12th round. They're all out, gassed out, finished. He had nothing left in him. He gets up. If he was such a banger, you don't get up, especially in the 12th round. And I can tell you that. So I'm quite confident his power ain't like it should be.
Well, first of all, my friend, let's put this shit into context. He said if Wilder's a real banger, Tyson wouldn't have got up. Well, okay, let's give Tyson Fury his credit. Tyson Fury got balls of freaking steel. Tyson Fury is a badass. Tyson Fury is a badass, bro. He really is, man. He's a bad dude. But that was a long count. Most fighters would have waved it off. I mean, most referees would have waved that fight off at that point. When a fighter gets knocked down like that, knocked out, head bounces off the canvas, eyes rolling behind the head, looking up, arms flat against the canvas, they usually won't even bother to count. But Jack Reese counted, got on top of him, was like humping him, you know what I mean? Like dry humping him, making sure the dude get up, like walk this way, do the cha-cha slide. Walk that way, do the cha-cha slide. Come this way. And that's what happened. He got up. Long count, but it was in the 12th round, whatever. Not up for debate. But that's why we're having a rematch. So yeah, Tyson is tough. But that doesn't mean Wilder can't bang, bro. If he does that shit again, if he knocks him out early or knocks him down like that earlier on in the fight, then it's going to be a tough night, man. It's going to be a rough and tough night for Tyson Fury.
Great he fought. He never fought you, did he?
No.
Did he? And he's never fought anybody.
He trying to kiss David Haye ass. He never fought you, eh? He never fought you. Trying to get him on his team, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. That bullshit.
He's never fought Steve Cunningham. He's never fought anybody of any remote championship material. What's been proven and tested. They've all been handpicked.
Do you think he'd been making a mistake to stand in front of him, trying to rely more on power and looking?
Maybe he's going to be aggressive. Maybe he's not. You know, I
As aggressive as he wants.
And the same thing with Wilder, to tell you the truth. You know, Wilder's talking a big game. Fury's talking a big game. Obviously, they're both very confident. It's clear that they're having good training camps. But
Tyson Fury had the perfect game plan in the first fight. Stick and move. Get out the way. Make yourself a small target. And for 12 rounds, he did that. And he could not avoid getting touched by Wilder. He got knocked down twice. Okay? By Deontay Wilder. And that was being a boxer. So now you mean to tell me what? Tyson Fury is going to stand there? He's going to stand right in front of Wilder this time? Okay. Let's see how that works out for him.
I think to say what kind of fight we're going to see now, things could change between now and February 22nd.
I'll tell you what's going to happen. He's going to get bullied to death and stopped in about 8 or 9 rounds.
But I will say, can Deontay fight going backward?
He's going to get bullied to death and stopped. Yo, John Fury, man, that's a gangster, bro. He just like his pops. I mean, just like his son, bro. I fuck with the Furies, man.
No.
Can Deontay fight on the back foot?
No way. He hasn't got the body.
A lot of his knockouts have come once his opponents throw it. Strangely, he's a counter puncher.
He's a counter puncher with the right hand.
Exactly.
But is he going backwards a lot of times? Or
why does it matter what hand he counters with? He's a counter puncher. What do you mean he's a counter puncher with the right hand? He's a counter puncher, period. So counter punchers fight off of the back foot. Counter punchers fight from more so a defensive posture than anything else. He's not a pressure fighter. He's not a pressure fighter. So the fact that these guys are so skilled boxers and Deontay is just he just somebody with a punch and he's knocking these professional fighters out, that says something, bro. See, these people they unintentionally give Deontay Wilder his credit, bro. They unintentionally give him credit. By trying to discredit him, they give him credit, bro. He's not this, he's not that. He only does this, he only does that. Yet he's knocked out everybody he's been in the ring with. I digress.
You watch all the fights. He doesn't go back.
As they come in, so he doubles the impact of the shot.
But not working.
But he's
Going
not
back.
Hit that thumbs up button, man. Hit that like
That was
button.
a good jab, can fight going back.
Hit that like button if you're in the
Deontay
building.
Has he needed to fight going backwards yet?
Good point.
That reinforces Big John's point.
Exactly.
He fought.
He fought Ortiz going backwards, but there was no jab there. What I'm saying is, I think he can.
Paulie about to start lying. He fought Ortiz going backwards, but there was no jab there. So what was there, bro? What was there? What does it even matter, bro? What does it even matter? He knocked Luis Ortiz's head into the second row, bro.
Going backwards against a certain level of opponent, but if you put a jab in his face, Deontay has a good jab, but we saw in the first fight that if you can negate his jab, his ability to create offense diminishes.
If Tyson Fury is the weight that...
If you negate his jab, his ability to create offense diminishes. Ain't that with everybody? Like, what fighter can you take away their jab? You basically, basic fighters, you work off of the jab. You work behind the jab. Unless you're a brawler, like a Sean Porter type, Mike Tyson type of fighter where your jab is not your primary weapon. You just work to get on the inside and then hook. You know what I'm saying? Then you don't necessarily work off of your jab to set up offense. He's not a brawler type. He doesn't need to really set up a jab, or either way he can set up a jab or he doesn't have to set up a jab. Either way, he's knocking people out. He's setting up the punches. He don't need a jab. But any fighter, if you take away their jab, Paulie, they're less of a fighter.
You want him to be that Wilder's punch power isn't enough to knock him
No.
out.
I don't think the fight is being scored
He's
that
fighting a
way.
different man this time.
If Tyson has a team
He's
behind
fighting a
him.
man what's won the title legitimately, beat Vladimir Klitschko. And look, he had plenty left because look what he done to Joshua. He beat Joshua to death.
I think that's crazy to think that you don't believe Wilder landed his perfect shot.
Yeah, but
One shoot,
listen,
don't
I
think
can answer that one for you. Tyson smashed him to pieces and makes him quit and cry.
Does Tyson believe what you believe that?
100%. And more
Wilder,
again.
so he believes he's going into a fight with Deontay Wilder in a 12-round fight, and he can't be hurt by Wilder.
All he knows he can be it, but the thing
But
is,
not hurt enough to be knocked out.
No,
God, that's
because I
crazy.
tell you what it is
Crazy,
now.
that's crazy.
How is it crazy when he?
That is crazy, bro. You don't think? See, this is John Fury, Tyson Fury's dad, talking with emotion again. He's talking with emotion. I don't think he could be hurt. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? This man is almost damn near killing people. Deontay Wilder is literally almost murdering people with his bare or with his hands, bro. With these boxing gloves. Are you talking about he can't be hurt, bro? Tyson Fury can't be hurt. You remember Tyson Fury eyes was rolling around in the back of his head, bro, in the first fight? This is what happens when people think with their emotions and don't think logically with their hearts. But it's all good. Let's continue.
Beat him,
Or with their heads, I should
Well, he
say.
had nothing in him at all.
By
His
the
body
time
was
they-
like wet tissue paper.
Guys, why are we even having this debate? These are two world-class fighters that will make adjustments during the fight anyway.
One's a great.
Why are we having this debate, Paulie? Maybe because you're on freaking national television and that's what they freaking paid you to do. Why are we even having this debate? Shut your dumb ass up. Paulie sometimes, man, he's a good analysis, but he's a bit of a hater. And like he's just, I don't know, man. Sometimes, Paulie, fuck you talking about?
I tried to make it, and one's a good fighter. That's it.
Both guys are going to probably have to adjust.
Paulie, I've been up close and personal with Deontay Wilder. I seen something in his eyes, and I've been as close to him as I am to you. And I seen what I seen in him, and my son's got too much for me to be about.
Was that after the last fight, John? Was
Please,
that after the last fight, John?
John Fury a gangster, man. Once again, I looked at the man's eyes. I was right here from me to you. And I saw it. I saw my son's gonna knock him out. That's gangster. But at least he's standing by his son, man. You gotta love that, man. John Fury, a gangster.
It was in Ireland, I said. I come right close to him and I thought, you know what? You can't beat my son with a hammer in each hand, and he's got hammers in each hand, but I'll tell you what, he's never...
So when you go to sleep at night, isn't there just a little bit of doubt in your head that Wilder can improve?
No, because he's 35-year-old.
Where does this fight stand then in the sort of heavyweight history, potentially?
This is the biggest fight of our era. My era. This is the one where
Absolutely.
two fighters have been, arguably the best and both undefeated. They both got massive records.
Two undefeated fighters, man. The prime of their careers, man. If you ask me, Wilder, Fury's resume is not that great. He beat an old Klitschko. He beat Derek Chisora twice. And besides that, man, what was his real claim to fame as being like one of the top heavyweights now? Granted, I'll give it to Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is good, bro. He is a fighter. He is a great fighter. He's very charismatic. He has weird dimensions that make him a difficult opponent for anybody, right? So I'm not saying that he's like trash, but even with his less than perfect resume and Deontay Wilder's less than stellar resume, even though in my opinion, I think Deontay Wilder is more tested and proven. That's just my opinion. But with the resumes being the same way, how is it that at this point in boxing, this is like the best fight that can be made? This is like Ali Frazier right here. We're anticipating this fight. We want to see this fight. We're looking forward to it. This is a big fight, a big deal. And too bad for Anthony Joshua, man, because he should have had it. We'll get into that. We'll do another video on Joshua.
Names. And they've had a great entertaining fight first time around, bit of controversy, so they're doing it again. So they both know exactly what they're doing with. This is our generation's big one. This is the Tyson Lennox, but in their primes. Imagine if the Lennox Tyson happened 6 years before. Exactly.
And that's why you got to commend these two men.
Yeah. This is the fight.
Tyson Lennox in their primes, undefeated Tyson and Lennox in their primes. That's a good comparison. This is a pretty big fight, man. This is a big deal. I ain't gonna lie. And John Fury said commendations to both. I agree, man. We got to commend them both.
Boxing needs, and it's the biggest fight you can make in boxing right now, and so that's why it's commendable that they're doing it again.
The time between now and the fight, the psychological games, the press conferences, the public appearances, how important are they now? What sort of an edge can be drawn?
I think they're both so experienced. I'm not sure if there's too much could be said. Banter between the two of them. I'm going to do this. I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to walk you down. I don't think anything that they can say to each other will affect their preparation and mindset. I think maybe Tyson may have got into Wilder's head first time round and forced him to come out gunslinging like he wanted to, which would play into Fury's game. I think this time round, no matter what Fury says to Wilder and vice versa, it will have that much of an effect.
You know how you know you're going to...
I agree and I disagree. I think that Wilder is already in Fury's head. Well, actually, Fury is in Fury's head. And here's why, bro. You know that you fought the best fight that you could fight in the last fight you guys had. You know that you fought the best fight that you could possibly fight. And you still ended up almost losing, almost getting knocked out. One can argue you were knocked out. So I think he knows that he's in for a long night. He avoided the immediate rematch. He's changing trainers and changing camp, changing his diet, changing everything around him because he knows. So he's right to the degree it won't affect their preparation because, they're championship level fighters. They know what it takes. They've been here before. So it won't affect it in that aspect. But I think Tyson is a little more unstable. And I'm not talking about mental health or anything. I mean unstable in his camp, in his preparation already. I think Wilder's already in his head. I think Fury's in his own head. And, yeah.
Great fight. And I'm experiencing this feeling of seeing great fights in the ring and out the ring. How calm they are to each other. Nobody's slagging each other.
That last press conference when they were sitting down opposite each other.
That's dangerous.
That was
dangerous
scary,
body
wasn't it?
language.
Yeah.
That these two men knowing They both know that they're going to put their
No
lives on the
pushing,
line.
no shouting,
They
no
think
shoving.
we haven't got to shout about it. We haven't got to do this. We haven't got to do that. The first time they met, it was a one-horse race, so they thought. But this time they've got mutual respect for one another, and they know they're going to throw down and give the best. And you know that by how calm they are. You've heard the saying, calm before the storm.
This is it.
This is it.
I do expect fight week, some fight week fireworks. But I think you've got to be careful if you're Wilder, not to let it get in your head, and if you're Fury, not to do so much of it that you forget about your own game plan. Yeah, of course.
A man when he's pressured.
The guy who comes out on top in the fight, and I don't know that Wilder can make those adjustments. We'll see.
David?
What? Wait, I missed it. I skipped a little bit ahead. Hold on.
By a long shot.
Paulie just said some hating
First
shit.
He's a
round.
cruiserweight. He boxed at 13 stone.
I've
He's
been
bound to be a big banger.
No, I've been hit by lots of people, and significantly, I felt the difference between his punch. I remember the first right hand, I kind of blocked the right hand here, and it hit me over on top of the head here. And I remember just thinking, this guy can really punch. So at that point, I had to really switch on like it was a fight. I just hope and pray that Tyson Fury doesn't just hope that Wilder just quits after
Fury's
6-7 rounds.
not too hard a lot.
So he said basically, David Haye is saying that he sparred Deontay Wilder before, and Deontay Wilder hit him on top of the head and blocked it. And he felt that was one of the hardest punches he ever took. A blocked punch, bro. A blocked punch. So he's hoping that, Tyson Fury don't feel that and give up.
Just hope he
Fury
doesn't
don't
think
have
about it. But you're
Hoping gets us
saying
nowhere.
that
Tyson Fury got hurt the first time. He got dropped, but I don't think he didn't feel the Sunday best. He got hit with the right and finished off with a left hook. You know what I mean? He got put down with the left hook. But if he would have hit him with that right and caught him, like set up and hit him with the right hand again somehow, oh yeah, Wilder, Fury wasn't getting up. Fury wasn't getting up.
in his eyes that he's going to quit.
I
That
know
you can
what
see
he'll
he's
do.
got break. I just hope he's not banking on him quitting.
No, he's not banking on it.
Okay, good, because it'd be a very dangerous thing to hope someone gives up after a while.
I've never told Tyson about this.
He's going to watch.
Look at John Fury's eyes, man. He don't believe it. John Fury don't believe it himself, man. He said he's not hoping, he's not banking on him quitting, but you could tell in his eyes, man, he didn't believe that.
Let me tell you, Tyson knows himself.
Yeah.
Tyson knows himself what he'll do.
Who wins, Paulie?
The guy that can adjust better may ultimately come out to be the guy who comes out on top in the fight. And
Hater! Paulie's a hater. The guy who can make adjustments. Who wins, Paulie? Say it. Say it, because we know you just a Wilder hater. And I know why you hate Wilder, but we'll save that for another video as well. But you was a hater, and I like Paulie, man, as a commentator.
I don't know that Wilder can make those adjustments. We'll see.
David, who wins?
This time around, I think both fighters are going to come back better. I think Fury boxed brilliantly first time round. I think that was him with Ben in his corner.
Look at the gangster. You don't like that, bro. You don't like when you say nothing against Tyson Fury, bro. Yo, he get bad, son. He looked just like his son. He talked just like his son. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. They scary, though. He look like, I don't know, bro. He look like, I don't know. He looks scary, man. But yeah, man, that's funny. That dude was like, don't talk about me, son.
You know, with a great game plan. He doesn't have Ben in the corner this time. His last fight, he got a couple of horrendous cuts over his eye. That could open up again. Over a couple of jabs, that could open those cuts up again, which would mean he'd have the same fight with one eye.
Oh, that's a good point too. But real quick, man, let me address my homeboy, man, TKO Boxing UK, man. What's good, bro? Thanks for showing up. But you said Fury had coke up his nose and Wilder still got schooled. Bro, if you ask me, man, not that I know or anything, but I think coke is a damn performance enhancement drug, and that shit should be taken out. That's how he got up. That's how he was able to get up, bro. He was on that narcotic, bro. He was like, oh, you know what I mean? Got up, felt that little rush. Oh, yeah, where the party at? You know what I'm saying? That's how he was able to get back up. But anyway, to his point right here, to David Haye's point, man, he said that Fury had cuts over his eye in his last fight. He got cut in the eye by a punch by a bum, okay? The guy he was fighting, who was it, Otto Wallen? He was fighting somebody, some bum. And dude cut him. Bad cut over his eye. So now what? You know, you going in there with Deontay Wilder. chances are that cut can open back up, and then it's a short night that way. TKO. It's another KO for Wilder. You know what I mean? There's a lot going into this, man. In his sparring, he wasn't allowed to get hit in the face. There was talks of that. Fury wasn't letting people hit him in the head during sparring because of the cuts over the eye. They could open back up. And that's what it is, man. That's what it is. So we'll see. That could be a factor.
Beat Deontay Wilder with 2 eyes is tough enough, let alone 1 eye with those big looping shots. The fact that I'm hearing he's putting on additional weight to be heavier, which may in turn slow his mobility down, is
TKO boxing, man. I ain't talking to you, bro. You bugging. He said he can't keep any of the top 3 UK. Who? Dillian White? Who? Anthony Joshua? Come on, son. You know better than that, B. You know better than that.
speed him.
Anthony Joshua couldn't even beat Ruiz.
Flexes down. I have to go with Deontay Wilder by stoppage in this fight.
Steve, what do you reckon?
I think the first time round, I fancied Tyson big. Bizarrely, I fancied Tyson less big this time, but I still fancy Tyson.
Deontay Wilder's team could not adjust in that fight. Am I correct in saying that?
I agree 100%.
Absolutely.
What's the guy in the corner leading the corner like? I don't know him.
Deontay Wilder's Deontay Wilder's corner couldn't adjust. This is what John Fury's saying. Deontay Wilder couldn't adjust. Yet it was Tyson Fury getting his ass up off the canvas twice in a fight, and not Deontay Wilder.
See, like,
Listen,
if you say that
Wilder,
if you say Wilder's team throws,
Wilder.
how do we know this
well, I
new
tell you
guy's
he's
leading
leading the ship now with Tyson. You got this sugar who Tyson spoke to me. I said, look, what do we know about this guy? He said, Dad, I've worked with him. He's a good man. He's educational. He knows he I would not be going there.
I'd prefer.
He's educational. I thought it was educated. Please, somebody educate me.
Have Ben in the corner.
Ben,
someone he's heard of.
Ben's a great kid, but he was a PTI instructor 12 months ago.
Everybody starts.
that,
Adam
but
was
let
a
me tell you
PTI
something.
before he's worked with me. You start somewhere.
I know the kid. You can't expect a boy to do a man's job. He done a great job, but he was only a companion for Tyson. Tyson did all that himself with the help of a little bit of companionship and telling somebody doing that, go on, you can do another mile, Tyson. Don't.
But that's all boxing trainers, John Fury. What does a boxing coach do for you? A boxing coach is there to motivate you. He's there to train you and skill you in the fundamentals of boxing and how to apply those skills to a fight. But they are there for motivation. They can't run your miles for you, and they don't technically have to run their miles with you. You think freaking Mayweather's dad was running freaking 12 miles with Floyd? Of course not. You know what I'm saying? You have to be the one to get in the ring. What are you talking about? Ben Davison was the one who got you there, bro. He got you to the stage. And now all of a sudden he's nobody. Can't send a boy to do a man's job. That's very disrespectful. That's very disrespectful to your trainer, the one who got you there. And that man did a hell of a job with Tyson Fury, but you're mad because he was giving your son pats on the back like, good job, run another mile. He's supposed to do that. Like, what are you talking about? Run another mile. He's motivating you. You ever had a personal trainer? That's what personal trainers do. That's what anybody's going to do. Run another mile. He said Tyson Fury all the way.
So do you think Sugar Hill is better than Ben in
more
terms?
experience, 100%. Ben was that clever. Why did he allow him to go and box Deontay Wilder? And I said no.
Because he was good enough to win the
Oh, what? He said if Ben Davison was that clever, why did he let him box Tyson Fury when I told him no? See what I'm saying? This is the shit. Now, you let somebody talk enough, bro, you give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. He just said he told him not to let him fight. Why would you, if Wilder's a bum, why would you not want him to fight Wilder? I'll wait. Where's my chat? Where my people in the chat? Where my Wilder haters in the chat? Tyson Fury Pops said it just now. If Ben Davison was such a hot shot or whatever term he used, such a genius or whatever, why would he let make my son fight Wilder when I told him not to? Why did you tell him not to fight Wilder? Because if he's such a bum, I would have been like, yo, you gonna smoke him. Go ahead in there and go do it. But if he's a killer and I don't think you can win, then I'm gonna be like, no. Don't put him in there. Don't put him in there with my son. Yeah. They telling on themselves now. It is what it is, man. Let's play it back. Let's keep it going.
Clearly. He did. He won the fight. In your eyes, he won the fight. So that was the right thing to do.
The fight would have been now. We wouldn't be having this rematch.
But if you'd have had fair judges, Ben would have picked him to fight Wilder at a time where you might have thought he wasn't ready, but he was ready because, in your opinion, he won the fight. So it was the right move.
Let me tell you, a fast horse is easily trained. Always remember that. If you've got a red rum in your stable, you don't need to be much of a jockey to make it get over that line. And that's what I say about that.
Woo! John Fury is too emotional, bro. He's too emotional, man. And you can tell that he's trying to believe. He's trying to make himself believe. Trying to make you believe. Trying to make me believe. Trying to make those people like the Roundtable believe. But ultimately, man, that's it. You know, I ain't gonna hold this up too much, man. I think we pretty much got it covered, man. But that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Oh, let me not move the screen. Hold on. What you doing? What you doing? Matter of fact, let's keep this open. We don't want to have no technical difficulties going on over here. Let's open this window back up. But
I'll tell you now, Tyson will beat him in every department. Whatever tricks they want to do, whatever skullduggery they want to do, there's only one winner, the Beast.
Yeah. So basically, long story short, man, what's going on is Tyson Fury's gonna get his boots smoked again. And y'all know what it is. My man right here said Tyson Fury all the way, Wilder's a bum. Who's that? My man Toby Bartlett, man. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you entitled to your opinion, homie. You entitled to your opinion. But we'll see. The bum wasn't getting up off the canvas in the first fight, man. The bum wasn't laid back with his eyes rolling in the back of his head. The bum wasn't the one drinking, doing coke. You know what I'm saying? Fat and obese. The bum wasn't doing none of that. The bum was focused. The so-called bum, he was focused. He wasn't the one getting his ass up off the canvas. It was your man that was getting up off the canvas. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, we'll just have to see. What my man said, he said Wilder versus White will be a better fight. White brings the smoke. Huh? Okay. So you don't think Wilder will knock Dillian White smooth the fuck out? You bugging. You bugging, son. All due respect. All due respect. But yeah, man, I can't wait for the fight, man. We got like 8 days or something like that, man. It's gonna be lit. Hey, man, I want y'all to hit that like button for me, though, man. Where we at, man? How many likes we got? Yo, bro, get the likes up to like 30 or something. Get the likes up to like 30 or something, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all can still see that. Let me move that out the way. Boom. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, man. But I can't wait to do my official. I could do an official prediction because I've been predicting this shit since the shit was announced. Since the fight was announced, bro. We already know what it is. You know what it is. It's gonna be your boy, Deontay Wilder, by knockout, 6 rounds. 6 rounds. 6 rounds or less. It's gonna be a short night. It's gonna be a short night. 6 rounds or less, man. And that's if he doesn't get if Wilder's cut. I mean, if Fury's cut doesn't open back up. That's what I'm saying. That's how I see it, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would like to see Wilder versus Dillian White. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see Wilder versus White. I would like to see Wilder versus Joshua. I would like to see some of these other cats. I would like to see Dillian White fight Luis Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? I want to see somebody fight Luis Ortiz because everybody's staying away from him. They don't want to fight him because they don't want to get their ass whooped. And then that validates. When you lose to Luis Ortiz, all that's going to do is validate Deontay Wilder even more. Because Luis Ortiz he is getting old. He's getting old now, but he was a very dangerous opponent, bro, for most people. and Deontay Wilder fought him when he was that dude. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else stepped up to the plate but my man Deontay Wilder, man. I just can't stand all the hate for my man Wilder. I love my dude Wilder, man. You know what I'm saying? I like Tyson Fury as a fighter, but I'm going for the black American Deontay Wilder. It is what it is, man. Alabama, stand up. I ain't from Alabama, but it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? People making it like they going for like they rooting for your boy Fury because he's their countryman and all that. Nah, it ain't about that. It ain't about that. It's about it's about racism a lot of times, and it's about tribalism a lot of times. Paulie Malignaggi said in here in this thing, he said, what did he say? He said, only a handful, this was a quote. He said, only a handful of American fans thought that Wilder won. He said, most boxing fans around the world, or most foreign boxing fans, feel that Tyson Fury won. As if he knows all freaking fans on either side. As if he took a poll of all fans on either side. Man, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Stop lying. Everybody has their biases, but it's all good. I love it. That's what boxing is about. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got on YouTube, man, because I want all the smoke too. You know what I'm saying? I want all the smoke. I love the YouTube beef, bro. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love the YouTube beef. I love the boxing beef. I love the network beef. I love it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Anyway, that concludes my live stream for the day. Thank y'all for tuning in, stopping by, man, coming back with the videos. Like I said, I had a back injury before. You know what I'm saying? I was nursing that, man. I had to get better. You know what I mean? Eat some soup. You know what I'm saying? Eat some soup. Take my vitamins. Eat the ends of the bread. You know the ends. People throw those away, bro. You got to eat those, man.